everyone, and welcome to Positive by Design. Good people talking about real shit and easy to implement success methods. Hosted by Social Jane Media, brought to you by yours truly, Sarah Glenn. I am the creator and CEO of Social Jane Media, a certified social media marketing expert and the branding specialist that many entrepreneurs turn to. If you're looking for inspiration from other entrepreneurs and high-vibing humans, you're in the right place. So settle in, get comfy, and let's get started. In today's episode, we're talking with Elva. Elva works with world-class female coaches and entrepreneurs to unleash their most iconic version and translate it into a luxury brand with a magnetic premium online presence so that they can transform from the world's best secret to the sought-after icon in their field, attract high-end clients, and elevate their authority, celebrity, income, and impact online. Elva has 10 years of experience in business advisory, coaching, and luxury brand styling. She's been featured in Lady Boss Asia, This Woman Can, and has been seen on ABC, CBS, Fox, and more. Elva, that's so exciting. I am so happy to have you here. Please share a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Thank you for having me, Sarah. Over here. So as you already introduced, my background is working in business advisory with high net worth individuals. And then I started my own business as a side hustle actually about 10 years ago, and then went into a full-time business. So I studied luxury business at the International Fashion Academy in Paris, and I'm also a certified NLP practitioner and coach. I think my signature Lux Fan brand system works so well for my clients is because it's really integrate a holistic way. I incorporate high-end brand strategy, creative direction, and also mindset and soul work to really help them translate the essence into a luxury brand.
I love that so much. And I knew that immediately when I started seeing your content on Instagram because we have a entrepreneur in common that shared your profile with me. And immediately when I saw your content, you had such it's so true. The luxury brand, the essence of that comes through without a doubt in your content. And it's just so beautiful. And then to have that messaging of that sort of soul aligned purpose and that holistic approach, I think it's so unique, honestly, especially to have that sort of luxe look. I think there's a misconception that when people want luxury things, that they're very far removed from the holistic side of themselves. So how do you actually sort of piece that together? That kind of leads me into my first question with like the luxury mindset and that luxury brand embodiment. How does that come together for you in your business?
I love this question because I always say luxury is actually a frequency. It's a luxury brand for me is not about Dior or Chanel. It's actually about standing your high worth and owning your ability to lead and inspire. So I would say it's about embody a higher frequency and high level transformation yourself and then extend to your client. I say it's about acknowledging your own creme de la creme mastery at what you do, creating at the highest level, and claiming high value, high pricing for what you do. That's what I see as luxury, what I see as a luxury brand. And I agree with your mention. Lots of people maybe think luxury is so different from the spiritual world, and I believe it's actually another way of the divine source expressing its beauty in this world. It's actually give us freedom to choose. And luxury don't have to be something. It can be just more expensive way of expressing yourself in the world. So that's why I love so much about talking about what I call the true meaning of luxury, of being the creme de la creme of your niche. I believe luxury takes time, but once you build your luxury brand, it's truly timeless. And you become the icon to set the trend and set your trademark and lead a revolution and make a big impact.
I love that so much. And you're so right. Like shifting that paradigm of what luxury actually means. It doesn't mean Gucci and Chanel and all the things. Luxury is owning that highest version of yourself. And so what does that look like actually when you're working with your clients? I imagine there's a lot of energetic work, a lot of mindset work. Like, what does that piece of the puzzle look like when you're working with your clients to help them come into that realization for themselves?
Yeah. So my process, first we'll work on the mindset as you mentioned, and because I would think this is the first part. Lots of people come to me, they want to establish themselves as a luxury brand, but at the same time, they have those limiting beliefs about money, about being seen, about being a luxury brand. Then if you have those conflicts in the thoughts, you cannot really manifest what you truly desire. So first thing we work on is really help them to step into their higher self, understand their purpose here is for their souls to express their desires. I say your soul is coming here for a reason and your life is it. If you have the true heart desires for creating a luxury brand or whatever your desire is, it has a purpose. You have to truly own it and not have judgment on it, and also let it be a divine guidance for creating your brand. Once you step into your higher self, and we also work on unblock those limiting beliefs, then we can really create your luxury brand manifesto based on where you want to go, based on your higher vision, based on your mission of your soul, rather than based on where you have been, where you are at. Because a lot of time I see people come to me, they have already tried to rebrand several times. And the reason they keep rebranding is every time they rebrand based on where they are, not where they want to go. So I want to help them create a brand that can carry them forward for the years to come.
Oh, 100%. I am so much of the mindset of like working from that future self and really doing the hard work up front of diving into the essence of you and bringing that forward in your brand, because who you are at your essence, at your core, I mean, it is ever evolving, but if you can really capture that and translate it into your brand, you're not going to be doing rebranding over and over and over again, because you've become, right, you're embodying. Oh, I love that. I knew that you and I would have very similar approaches and mindsets around this. I knew it the moment I saw your profile. And so I'm so glad that we connected. So, when it comes to premium brand image and online presence, how is it that you sort of help your clients position themselves that way? What does that look like?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. We are so connected because we share lots of a similar philosophy and approach. Just as you mentioned, essence is so important. In order to translate the essence onto a premium brand image, we first need to figure out the essence. So I help my clients first create what I call their luxury brand formula. Just like perfume, you can spray on yourself. I help them create kind of literally a perfume they can spray on themselves when they show up, when they want to translate that into online premium brand image presence. So, like the perfume, you have three layers: the bottom layer, the bottom heart, and the heart note, and the top note. So, I help my clients create their base note based on their why, their big purpose, which will give a last impression. And then the middle note, the heart note, is really what their genius zone is, what they are really good at, what they do. That's their core of the brand essence. And the top layer, we help them find out what's their lux factors, because just like the perfume, the top layer help you attract those clients, and then they can get to know you better, and then you can make a last impression through your different layers of your essence. And then once we figure them out, we then translate into a brand image using my brand archetype. So I have a brand quiz incorporates season personality, color psychology, and also because I'm spiritual, so also incorporate fan brand archetype to help my clients really figure out which brand archetype help them to kind of guide them through the creation process. I'm not trying to put them in a box, but those kind of archetype really gave them a guidance, a way to help them more align their brand essence with their brand image.
Hmm. Yeah, it's so true. So many people have such a hard time articulating through image what they even want, right? And so that's why being in branding can be such a unique experience with every single client, even though you have your framework that you work through, and I love that analogy, by the way, with the perfume, like it's so true that that's the journey that you're teaching your clients to take their dream clients through. And that's such a fantastic analogy. But I do think that in branding, that's always a hot button topic of people. They think they know what they want based on outside perceptions and expectations of maybe whatever industry they're in or the people that they're around. But it's so important to recognize that branding and really that true essence of your brand and getting that luxury brand and upping your frequency level, it's so very personal. Like it does not have to do with anybody else except you. And so really allowing the client to have that journey of self-discovery is like one of the most beautiful things I've ever witnessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it so much. So what does it look like when you're running your clients through like that luxury brand strategy? I know you've talked a lot on some of that, but I wanted to really hone in on what that strategy looks like when you're coming through that luxury brand.
Yeah. So we act, although most of my clients are female coaches and founders, but we can also learn a lot from the luxury brands in the goods like Louis Vuitton, Dior, Chanel, as those luxury brands. And when I study at Paris about luxury business and also working with high net individuals, I kind of summarize what really makes a luxury brand so-called luxury and iconic, and can apply it to the personal brands for my clients. So one of the things a luxury brands really establishes luxury is that it really has the exclusivity and usually has natural scarcity, means that it's not available to everyone, so that it can make the client feel special, unique, accomplished, and even rewarded for their success. Because the high end, that kind of clients really long to differentiate themselves. The number one reason people buy luxury goods is not actually how good quality it is actually the emotional reason. They want to reward themselves, they want to feel differentiated, they want to feel different, they want to feel they have established, they achieve it, they made it. So I help my clients, for example, this is one of the strategy, how to include that exclusivity and the natural scarcity. It's not about fear-based marketing, say, oh, it's running out and the time is running out and you will lose the chance. And those fear-based marketing is for mass market brands. For luxury brands, it's actually use a more expensive based marketing. And the scarcity is true because people want to associate themselves with those luxury icons, with the true creme de la creme. People are looking for leadership, and the surrounding with you, the time with you is limited, is exclusive. So that's something we will. I work with my client to really include that exclusivity, but use expensive marketing tap into the desire rather than the fear. So the desire-based positioning is really what differentiate luxury brand from the mass market brand. Also, we'll look at like the quality and in every client touch point, because luxury is really in the details, in the quality. It lives in an environment of details and perform at a experiential level. So imagine you think of the Dior house and their haute couture, the details, the quality, the customer service. So we'll look at my client's brand as a world level, world-class top brand, and what they can improve in terms of creating unique experiences, up level their design and all kinds of quality. And also one of the main strategy we'll look at is the pricing. Because luxury brands has a high perceived value and corresponding pricing. And an unusual phenomenon occurs, that is demand can really increase although the price increase. So it's called a Babylon good. So it's kind of a luxury good. When the demand increase, the price increases. So people do associate with price with quality. And back to the mindset we first talking about, lots of people get caught up on pricing. But how many times you just shop for price? Our mind actually layer different brands in terms of like a price quality into different layers. So if you think you want to shop for something with more style, you probably want to go to a supermarket or go to a kind of boutique or shopping mall. If you want to shop for price, quality, style, but also prestige, you will go to a really premium boutique. So you can see the different layers here, and the pricing, how you're packaging your kind of service and goods into a corresponding pricing really help you give your ideal clients a high perceived value.
I love that. Yeah, um, you have such a great perception on what that really looks like. Like, for one, owning your value. Like, we're going to price this because we're worth this, but also taking the client through a really special journey. Like, you're not just pricing it high because you're like, I'm worth it and I'm going to price it really high. I mean, that's a piece of it, but you're really being so very intentional about educating your clients to take people through a really spectacular journey. And that doesn't always have to mean that it translates to costing a lot, right? Like in marketing dollars and things like that, but being very intentional about how you show up, where you show up, what it looks like when you show up, being consistent in that manner. Because yeah, like for example, when I go to your Instagram page, which by the way, everybody should be following Elva Li. I'll put it in the show notes so you guys can follow her. But the moment you arrive on your profile, there's just an elevated essence to it. Like, you've absolutely captured that. And so I know when I run through, your sales funnel, I'm going to be experiencing that the whole way through, you know?
Thank you for your beautiful words. And yeah, it's so true. People think luxury brand is just about pricing and just raise their price and own their worth, but actually it's more than that, just as you mentioned. And lots of people say, charge what you worth. But I say it's not charge what you worth, because your value cannot even be measured in pricing. You are so worthy just because you are. It's about standing and understanding your value and what value you give and transformation you give to a client, and have the confidence to charge a price so that it can give you a luxury business model, which you have more profit to reinvest in your business, reinvest in your team, invest in your experience you deliver to your clients. For example, if you want to give gifts or delight through all the client journey, you can do so because you have a profitable business. Otherwise, even you want to deliver those, your pricing cannot really cover the cost. You cannot really run a profitable business in the long term. So that's why I see luxury business model, the luxury pricing is actually spiritual, because you actually helping generate more kind of ripple effect while you're charging the corresponding price, deliver the good value, and keep creating the long-term relationship with your clients, and they become like your long-term, even lifetime customers, and you keep delivering value to them, and that's a really beautiful way to doing business.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I think if you really approach all of those interactions with prospective clients, current clients, like whatever that looks like, but approaching that connection from a place of how am I going to enrich their life? Like, what is that interaction I'm going to have with them today that is going to have them turn around tomorrow and be like, wow, I feel more empowered. I understand my worth better. I like having that effect, like you say, that ripple effect where, yes, they're getting a really good result from you because you're you and you're providing fantastic service and quality, but they're also getting that ripple effect of learning that from you and then sort of morphing it for themselves into their own business and learning from it and understanding that it was so powerful for them. Now they can turn around and they can do the same for their clients. I think that's where it's really powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think embodiment is always the thing I mention or I emphasize in my brand. Just like you said, when you land on my social media, you can feel the energy. That's what embodiment about is about energy. For example, two people can carry the same Hermes bag, but one can carry it with really appreciate the quality and believing her self-worth. The other just carry it to show off. You can feel the energy straight away. So embodiment is really you, just as I mentioned in the earlier, you have the high level transformation yourself, understanding your high worth and owning your energy, the high vibration, and then extend to your clients. And the right people will feel that sense of confidence in your energy, then they will trust you, and growing your business will be full of joy and fun. And when you have a true luxury brand, you really mastery what you do as the luxury, as the crown of your niche, then you will always be sought after. And the money just become a byproduct of your devotion or mastery, a byproduct of your growth and wisdom.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, making money is great, but it's definitely not what fuels me as a businesswoman. Like it's the transformation, it's the recognition in someone else that they are finally owning their worth. They're finally stepping up and raising their vibration and really stepping into the essence of them. Yeah, and you're so right. Like I say this all the time in my trainings inside of my group that it doesn't matter if there's 50 other people around you that sell the same product or have the same service. Not a single person is doing it the way you're doing it. Like you have to own that unique side of you, even if it's a little quirky or if it's a little, anything. It doesn't have to look like anybody else's business. And like you say, that the Hermes bag, those women are two totally different women. Someone is owning her worth and stepping completely into her power, and the other is worried about what everybody else is going to think. And that's, with social media in particular, what a hot button topic, right? Vanity metrics. People all the time are posting content and branding their businesses in ways that they think are what are going to get them all of the views and the followers and the sales and the clients. But that's so far from the truth, right? Like really stepping into your essence and honing in on who's that one person that's going to see this and immediately feel connected to me. Like that's the focus. It shouldn't really be on all of the vanity metrics and, the likes and the follows.
Yeah, it's about the long-term gain. It's about your legacy and impact. And even sometimes they don't show it. So lots of time my client come to me say, "Oh, no one likes my post, or I don't have much engagement." But think about yourself. How many times you see something and really take the time to leave comments, but it's already impact you. You may feel, that's the inspiration I want to get today. You may not like or comment, but the impact was already made. So don't just focus on just that you said the likes and the comments. Focus on express your true essence, your true message, and focus on the long-term gain. What's the impact you can create, and not focus on just one sale, but focus on the impact beyond your current client, the impact of the people you're already impacting.
Yes, absolutely. And I do think that an important piece of the equation as someone is evolving their brand and really stepping into and embodying that luxury mindset, I think an important piece of it is also recognizing that the content you create and the journey that you're taking your clients on, you as the business owner, as the one creating that brand, you're also going on this journey. So making it very personal and very special for you, that's just going to translate and make that connection even more powerful to the right kind of people.
Yes, exactly. We constantly grow, and you kind of constantly step into our next level, and that's so important because we grow with our clients and we grow up with our audience, and it's lifetime revolution and growth.
Yeah, oh, it's so exciting. Well, this has been a really fun chat. And honestly, I'm pretty sure Elva and I could go on and on about branding, but we're going to save that for another episode because I would be so delighted if you would honor us again with your presence. In the meantime, though, I know that Elva is providing you guys with a downloadable e magazine, Luxury Branding The Essentials. You're going to discover the winning formula for a luxury brand and 4 essentials to create your own luxury brand so that you can attract high-end clients, increase your influence, impact, and income. Is there anything else you'd like to leave us with before we sign off today?
If anything, I want to leave is nothing is wasted, and you are the most precious asset in your brand. So invest in yourself and keep believing your vision. I truly see you're a luxury brand if you're listening this, and I believe there is a luxury brand in you, and you're standing your high worth and owning your power to lead and inspire.
Oh, I love that so much. I'll put everything in the show notes for you guys so you can get connected with Elva as soon as possible. And thank you again so much. It's such a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
That was so much fun. I hope you found this episode helpful. If you want to get a shout out or maybe even inspire a fellow entrepreneur, go ahead and take a screenshot of yourself listening to this episode and tag us in your stories at Social Jane Media. Positive by Design is brought to you by Sarah Glenn, CEO of Social Jane Media, the branding and business coaching agency that teaches you how to discover your authentic brand, lead with value, and build the business you desire. If you're ready for more, head over to the Social Jane community. Link is in the show notes. I'll see you inside.